Recent UFO sightings have left the Plane Crazy government scrambling for answers, as new photos make waves around Plane Crazy Discord servers. Yesterday, a craft of unknown origin and design descended to treetop level, and raced eastward, towards Plane Crazy Bay. Joining us is our reporter, Spencer Wallace.
Thank you, Richard.
What do we know about what this craft has done?
Several different eyewitnesses and radar analysts were observing the craft. Reportedly, it flew down to around 25 blocks above ground level and flew past at a speed over 200 studs per second, headed due east. Upon reaching the Plane Crazy pier, it stole a cheese, mayonnaise, and tomato sandwich from a man fishing through holes in the ice. He observed that the craft proceeded to combat a flock of geese, using a laser of sorts, but to no avail, eventually opting to drop the sandwich and take samples of the bay, where this photo was taken.
I see we are using that photo a lot. Do we have any other photographic evidence?
Yes, we have 2 additional photos taken by eyewitnesses that have been released by the investigation team, both taken when the craft was flying near ground level.
What is the deal with the craft's strange and unrecognizable shape?
We don't really know. Presumably, the enormous metal objects are some sort of magnetic levitation device, but we have no evidence to back this up. The craft's reason for being here is still unknown, and we are unsure where it went.
Does this have any connection to the sighting of a similar-shaped craft last year?
While the first encounter is less documented, we do know that craft was less than half the size of this one, indicating that these types of craft come in many different sizes.
Will they come forward with evidence about who made these?
It is unlikely we will know who made them for years to come. However, their existence in Plane Crazy has most certainly been confirmed.
I'd like to thank you for being here. Spencer Wallace, everyone.
Thank you, Richard.
Next, a large and extremely dangerous tornado struck the town of Kufik, just north of Crazy Airport. The tornado tore through the town and has left its emergency services gutted. Joining us is Ellis Hawkins, our weather expert, to help analyze the situation. Pleasure to have you on, Ellis.
Thank you, Richard. About half an hour ago, the tornado was first spotted southeast of the town, and the massive stovepipe tornado ripped up several well-built houses, as you can see in our helicopter footage of the damage.
Yeah, you can see the severe damage to these houses, completely slabbed. Can you describe some of the damage?
Aside from houses, a gas station, 4 warehouses, and an army probe nuisance facility were destroyed. The rubble is still being cleared, and at least 6 Robloxians are missing, with another 23 injured. Few residents of the town were able to get to shelter safely.
But why did they fail to get to shelter?
There are few storm shelters in the town of Kufik, and most of them are on private property. To make matters worse, the town's 4 tornado sirens failed to go off, as their redundant batteries were removed, under the assumption that the infinite fuel button also meant infinite power.
What is happening now?
The National Weather Service has given the storm a preliminary rating of EF3, and local emergency services have teamed up with aid from other towns, the National Guard, and local charities to help the affected citizens.
That is quite good to hear. We encourage viewers to donate to these charities, so that they may assist in the rescue efforts.
Indeed. Just in from the NWS, we have footage of the tornado as it occurred during the night.
You can see it highlighted by those large flashes.
Some are actually not lightning bolts, but the result of power lines going down. You can see the tall and wide structure of the tornado during its later stages.
Any other news from the NWS?
Not yet. Rescue efforts are still underway, and we are still waiting for results.
I'd like to thank you for being on today, Ellis.
Thank you, Richard, and stay safe in severe weather.
When we return, we will describe the incredible efforts of the Plane Crazy government to remove a 450-ton turnip as part of their swords to plows policy.
Hooking up the country, helping business run.